Hey guys, so I'm working out from home and I'm going to do a quick video on some exercises you can do from home through the whole Fiona thing when we're at home. Now, I'm being careful for my wording because things get kind of wonky when you say certain words. I digress. Now, you don't need heavy weight. That's a misnomer. What you need to do is time under tension, but not the traditional concept of time under tension, which is 15-second negatives, but more like 3. And this way, we're not necessarily trying to build a lot of muscle while at home, especially while trying to do a ketogenic or carnivore diet within the first stage, but actually get nice oxygenated, rich blood to the muscle cells. So here we go. So because I don't have a lot of space, I'm going to do one arm lateral raises for my deltoids, my shoulders, and not try to drive my neighbor crazy by dropping the weights on my feet, looking at the camera, or also trying not to hit any of the areas here. As you can see, there's not a lot of space for me to do a double lateral raise. So we're going to come up and slowly go down in a 3-second motion, right? So you come up, and what I want to do is get my elbow up at an angle, right? Because then I'm going to use more of the whole deltoid head rather than trying to do a straight arm. If I do a straight arm, I put a lot of pressure on that AC joint and make it very, very vulnerable for injuries. So we put our arms up and elbow up at an angle to get the whole shoulder deltoid. So what I like to do is 3-second negatives. Now this is a little bit under 3 seconds, and that is because I'm trying to hurry through this video. Okay, so I can go and do more work. Now, another thing that you can do while doing your 3-second negative lateral raises, another shoulder exercise is a shoulder press. So that's easy. I have enough space for that. And we're going to do a double dumbbell. And I'm going to squat down so you guys can see me in frame, but I'm going to come up. My favorite expression is come down slowly in a 3-second negative and come up. Now, since it's lightweight, I'm having a larger range of motion, but if I were to, so here, use a heavier weight, I'm going to do a shorter range of motion to not put pressure on the joint. So those were 8 pounds. I'm going to go up to 15 and slow it down and come here to a 45 and then come back up. Okay, those are 2 shoulder exercises. Now, I can also use bands, which are great. There's different tension of bands by the color. We've got red, yellow, blue, and green, and all of them have tension differences on each one. So for example, I can do a shoulder press, one arm shoulder press, right? With just the exercise band. And I really like to travel and use the exercise bands because they're easy to stick in your bag. Same concept. The heavier or more tension, we go to a 45-degree and come up and down. Now with the lighter weight, you can have a wider range of motion and come up and 1, 2, 3, and up again. Explosive, and 1, 2, 3. Now I can do anywhere, nothing under 9 reps. So if you find yourself going under 9 reps, then lighten up the weight. I can do a double, but I think this is a lot of tension. You can also do a double shoulder press. and I have pretty vulnerable shoulders from falling on them as a professional skateboarder. As you can see, the tension is too tight. So I've got another band, but it's actually stuck under the leg of my sofa, so it's a bit of a pain in the booty. But you get the idea. You can also do lateral raises with an exercise band. Same concept. You have your elbow cocked up at an angle, and that is to isolate the entire deltoid muscle. Not like this, but more like this, in this angle. So up, there you go, just like that. So for me, when it becomes too much tension, which this red one is too tight, then I can feel that shoulder pain from old skateboard injuries. Now, you can also do front raises, now that I'm remembering another shoulder exercise. Front raises, it's a bit easier on the joint because it's not, anytime your arms are out to the side, it puts your shoulder joint and girdle in a compromised position for injury. We don't want that. So this is the same concept as time under tension, right? So you can really have those muscles, and the whole point about time under tension, and my version of 3-second negatives, so some people do this for 15 seconds. And what that does is really get the actin and myosin, the sliding filaments, to really grind up against each other as you're pulling out, right? So a lot of people will grind in, right? Concentric, positive motion, but then they don't go slowly as they're coming out. And that's really where you get a lot of activity in the muscle mitochondria. Now, what else can we do? We can do tricep extensions from home because they're fantastic. I realized through the whole Rona situation, Katona, Fiona, that you can actually work out from home, because I used to be obsessed with the gym. Like, I had the equipment and stuff like this at home, but I never really enjoyed it. But I'm kind of enjoying this whole thing. Just saying. So, tricep extensions are great. We all, especially women, like nice triceps, right? We love to have nice tricep definition in the back of our arms. Nice, tight. Women are always like, I got that jello, blah, blah. So let's do some tricep exercises. And you can go between 10 to 12 reps. You want to pull your elbows in near your ears. And you're going to go straight up. So get this right so you guys can see the hand position. The hands are up this way, not this way, but this way. And you're going to come down and up. 1, 2, 3, explode up and hold that contraction. 1, 2, 3, and hold that contraction. Okay, so that's a tricep extension. Now I can also do a tricep kickback. So you guys know I have a crappy leg, so if you see me like, why is she standing up so weird? It's because this leg has had 10 surgeries on it. So here's a tricep kickback, which is also a great exercise. So you want to hold that contraction. It's hard to do 3 seconds when the weight is... That kind of gave me a heart attack. I'm sure it gave my neighbor a heart attack too. The neighbor below me. Come in. And we're going to hold 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So that's a great tricep, overhead tricep extension, and tricep kickbacks are such a great exercise for your triceps, right? The tricep head, all three. Now you can also use bands. Same exact concept where we would take the band and put it behind us and go up. 1, 2, 3, tight next to the ear. 1, 2, 3, or the same thing that's behind you. Same concept. Now, another thing that we can do is I can put this loop here over the door. So I think I will pause this video, right? And I can do tricep pull downs with this here contraption. Let's put it on pause and let's move this whole tiny little apartment around. Plus I got stuff all over my sofa because I'm putting together my distilled water kit, but that's another video. I'm out. Not out, but get ready for the next one. All right, guys, as you can see, I have put through this exercise band here and needled it through this loop. And with this ball, I can stick it into my door, open the door, and weave it through. 1 second. All right, my beautiful people, so now we have my exercise bands weaved through the loop, and now I can do things like tricep extensions. There you go. See, that's good lighting for the tricep. So see, we have the tricep head, and it goes from inside the arm here to this horseshoe shape. So you can see right, hello, step. So you can see here, that horseshoe shape. And just using these exercise bands is so great for doing tricep extension. Now you can do in supinated and pronated hand position. And you'd also hold and go 1, 2, 3. It's kind of hard to like show you guys and then stick with the time under tension and talking all this kind of stuff all at once in my apartment when I really just want to work out. So after this, I'm actually going to do a real workout and then not see thunder and then go back to work. We're at 11 minutes. Let's hurry this up. All right, guys, another amazing exercise you can do for your chest is chest flies with just these simple, cheap little friggin' exercise bands. And it's in the door, right? You've got that little door jamb and it's weaved through. And what you want to do is come down 1, 2, 3, hold, and 1, 2, 3, and this is, you have to be careful with chest flies because if your arms get too cranked out past the plumb line, your shoulders are also vulnerable. So we're going to make this egg-shaped motion, and here I have the hands together. We're in this tight situation. We got to do what we got to do. So we can come down, and you can also do pump at the end of 5 pumps. So after I've done time under tension sets of 9, I can go 1, 2, and 3, and literally come and hold that position. All right. I can also do some more, but I need to reposition the camera. All right, guys, another great exercise you can do for the posterior deltoid is to do reverse flies with the cables through the whole Fiona situation. I love this exercise. I used to do it all the time to build that line right there in the posterior delt. That line is such a fabulous line, especially as a woman in her 50s. Well into her 50s. All right, here we go. So I don't know if I have enough space, but I'll try to do a one arm so to give you guys an idea. Basically, you can do a double arm, right? This is sort of tight. Or I can do one arm, reverse fly. Again, this tension's a little tight for reverse flies. So in that case, I can put my arm almost at a 45-degree angle and pull back. Now, trying to get the camera doing this fast, I'm not actually doing the best I can with spatial distance from the camera to door and all of this stuff, but I'll try to put the camera back so you guys can see a little bit better. We doing good? We doing good? Keep my shoebox nice and covered. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, let's do reverse fly. All right, next, legs, I think. One exercise I forgot to show you guys is just the typical ab crunch. It's one of my favorite ways because getting down on my knees hurts. Since you guys know, I used to be a pro skateboarder and I've had 10 surgeries and I can't run, my leg's destroyed. So I do standing ab crunches and I love these oblique exercises. Just a quickie. All right, guys, one of my favorite exercises for the glutes when you have a really fracked up knee, because I can't do traditional squats. Now, I am not starting this over because I'm doing one continuous filming, is glute kickback. So I use my exercise band here and I'm going to put it on my feet. And yes, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's stuff on my sofa. There's weights everywhere. There's just stuff everywhere. So it's what it is. So what I like to do is this is such a great, obviously, booty building exercise. I really was able to build those glutes here just by doing glute kickbacks because I'm limited on deadlifts and things of those natures. So I showed this in my live, you guys, which is, I've been doing glute kickbacks for years. So you want to keep your spine supine and your plumb line straight and not your head dip, but up and straight back. And here we go. I'll hold it out and bring it in and contract out and hold it. And I really tighten those glutes. See my on camera? Yeah, I can. I am on camera. Okay, let's move this along because this video is too long. So let's go with some hip thrusts. And this is sort of like the routine I do now. This is taking a long time because I am explaining and stopping and moving and all this stuff. So this is one of my favorite ones. So I just come down, I put my feet in a sumo position, and I come up and I really squeeze the glutes, and then I'm able to do a back row at the same time. So out and back row and squeeze the glute, hard as a rock, hip thrust forward, and down into that sumo squat with the upper body nice and straight and pull to the rib cage. And I'll contract those rhomboids, squeeze that glute, and back down and up and hold. Now I can just do standing back rows as well. If I want to, I'm standing in a sumo position because my knees kill me otherwise. Hold and come down and hold. Now what I showed in the live stream is that I could do a standing, for you guys who got bad back, I can do a standing back extension, which is you act like you're being arrested. We're doing the Macarena. You come down and you're going to come up, elbows down and up, elbows down and up. You can also put your arms in front of you, come down with a straight back and come up and down and up, hold and down. And these exercises are really great to build that core for a lot of you guys who sit in an office job all the time, who've got weak backs without, doing, let's say, a traditional back row, which could hurt somebody with any type of back pain or back issues, which this would be a traditional back row, bent over back row. and you would hold here and contract. And when you're contracting here, you're contracting these rhomboid muscles. There's other things you guys can do. Let me get this right. Like you guys can do straight arm lat pull downs with the cables. Come on, Steph. Sorry guys on the replay. So you can do straight arm, right? So that's also going to build that latimus dorsi right here. Straight arms, hold the cables down. And I could also do that on the door, but I didn't think about it at the time. So you'd be holding cable like this, and you'd be bringing it straight down. When you're bending out the elbow, you're actually using the tricep. When you're keeping a straight arm, you're using your lats. Now, I do calf raises as well from home. I can have weights here and just do standard calf raises. So why don't I do that real quick? All right. Now, you guys, I can't do traditional squats. If I do, I risk having a swollen knee for the next 3 days. And I'm always standing in a sumo position, so this actually hurts to have my knees put in the position where they should be, but it's due to the injury that I have. So we've got glute kickbacks. Now you guys can do deadlifts from home, right? You guys can do deadlifts, but the reason why I don't do deadlifts is because they kill my knee, right? So you can do a deadlift into hip thrust, which also is a great exercise for those women who are, so if I do like 3 more of these things, they'll start to hurt. And I'm pretending that I have a bar, but I'm just using dumbbells. I think that's a lot of the basic ones for those who are not that familiar with workouts. For those who are, you guys know these exercises, but there's all types of tricep extension exercises, tricep. I can do overhead tricep. I can do skull crushers. I can do standing, like this was like a wall. I could do standing wall push-ups for my chest for those who can't do push-ups from the ground. Let's move this and I'll drop this on my hand. So you can use something at an angle, right? Back of the chair to do tricep push-ups, which your elbows would be close to your side, which is safer for it. Because anytime the arm is out and you're doing any type of weighted resistance, it can actually hurt the AC joint or the shoulder girdle here. So it's really good to just do nice tricep push-ups. And women, you really need to build the chest and back, upper and lower back. You can do them on the ground, which I don't have a lot of space, but you can do them up on the toes. You guys got to remember, a lot of people drag their hips and dip their head down. Then you got to get the hips up and the head up and keep the arms in to do a tricep push-up. Whenever I see these push-up challenges, people are always doing them wrong. You can't. I don't even see if I'm on camera or not. Let's try that again. Arms in, but up, but not high, but nice straight back. Head up, down, and up. I really don't like wide grip, which is more chest than tricep, but it really compromises the shoulders. Let's get this puppet up in the right position. All right, guys. Here's my Sharona virus at home. Sharona workout from home. As I got a hair in my mouth. Have a fantastic day. For those who don't know what to do in their home, I just gave you a lot of great little nuggets for chest, back, squats. Oh yeah. For those who don't have the bad knees but don't know how to squat, it's really good to use a chair, because when you sit down, you're forced, right, to put your butt back. A lot of people do squats, they squat forward. They don't realize they're going forward. They're going forward. I watch so many people at the gym do that. Arms out, tap the stool, come up. Squeeze the butt. Down, tap, up, hold. Down and up, hold. Those are really great for your quads. Now there's like burpees and lunges, but I don't do that stuff because I got a knee injury and a lot of you people do as well. Now I gotta go. You do lunges, which you guys know I can't do. You could do alternating lunges. I can't. I could also go and just lift my legs like so. To do quads, I can put a weight here between my legs like so, right here. And then I could do leg extensions and get that quad muscle activated. Now I gotta go and do a proper workout. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and let's get our health on track. Let's get oxygenated, rich blood to ourselves so we can have a strong immune system. And for people who are like, I just hate to exercise, like, you're not being human. We're designed to move constantly. To learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. You guys know I do low carb, high fat, keto omnivore, and keto carnivore. It must be a carnivore to protect your thyroid, your adrenals, and all this kind of stuff. I also have a course page for that. Sign up at stephanieperson.com. Consultation, sign up at stephanieperson.com. Free stuff right here on YouTube where I teach you about your electrolytes and your high blood pressure and your low blood pressure and how to avoid getting sick doing these great dietary measures that have just been like not well, but poorly executed. So a lot of you guys become confused on how much meat and how much fat and like diaphragmatic breathing and stress and blood sugar numbers and ketone numbers and blah, blah, blah. And your electrolytes, hypoglycemia, all of these things, insulin resistance, sex hormones tanking. Also, you have free content at Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram, Stephanie the Business Person on my Facebook fan page. I think Stephanie Ketogenic is also my Twitter, but I never use it. Stuff goes directly there. And I'm out because I got some energy. At the age of almost 53, almost 13 years and counting on keto, still working in a sports bra, still body on fleek, tight, right, boom. Still have full natural hormones pumping through this middle-aged woman's body, but feeling fabulous with my thunder. And I'm out. Peace, because this video was way too long. Just saying.